All right, man, another day. I hope all of y'all had a great Wednesday betting. Hopefully you made some profit. In our last free pick video, we went 2-1, which puts us on a 17-5 run in our free picks. We've been absolutely going crazy. You don't see many other people going on runs like this with their free picks. I give you the same value that I give my VIP members in these free picks. I put the same amount of research into them because I want them to hit. I want you to know that I know what I'm doing when it comes to picking these player props. And I also want you to make money off these. So if you tailed the last video, you made some money if you put them all as straights. That's what I always do. I recommend putting everything as a straight. That's the easiest way to go about it. But in today's video, I have 3 more player props for you. So real quick before we get into it, all I ask is number 1, hit the subscribe button, and number 2, hit the like button. Let's try to get this video to 50 likes. I'd appreciate it a ton. It's completely free and it helps me out so much. So go do that, subscribe, hit the like button, and now we can jump right into the video. All I want to show you before my first free pick of the video is just go sign up for my free plan right here. I give out free VIP picks here all the time just to give you a little bit more value. I find them throughout the day. That's the only reason why I don't give them out in these videos. Some stuff doesn't pop up until the next day when injuries come out, minute restrictions come out, etc., stuff like that. So if you want more updates about the free picks that I put in these videos and you want extra VIP picks, I usually give out 1 or 2 a day, maybe even 3 sometimes. I promise you're going to want to get in here. It's completely free. I'm not going to charge you anything. You'll get notifications straight to your phone about the picks that I send out. So go join up here. It's completely free. It'll be the first link in the description and the first link in the pinned comment. Now that we got that out the way, we can go ahead and jump into our first free pick of the video, which is going to be that guy, Jordan Poole, to go under, not his points line, but his assist line at this line of 4.5. As you can see on the season, he is just hitting this at a 43% rate. So pretty low, looking pretty good there to start things off. But also, he's projected 27 minutes in this game. So let's put him in that range. Let's go 24 to 30 minutes. And what you're going to see is his hit rate drops off even more to just a 33.3%. This is a really good look. Obviously, he's going to play in this range. And if this game ends up being a blowout, which it 100% could be, he could easily play even less minutes than this. So that's the number 1 reason why I like this. Now, the second reason why I like this is an absolutely terrible matchup for Jordan Poole to go over. So the Pistons are 6th in the entire NBA in assists allowed, and they're 3rd in the entire NBA against his dominant assist zone. So if we add that into the equation, let's look at what happens to Jordan Poole when he faces top 15 teams in his dominant assist zone. He's only hitting this at a 22% rate. Bump that up to top 10, and he's hitting it still at an extremely low rate, as you can see here, under 30%. And then we can do the same thing for opponent assists allowed. The Pistons are top 10, as you can see. So let's go ahead and look at top 15 teams. 3 out of 8, top 10 teams, 3 out of 7. So he's going under this mark extremely consistently. They're a bad matchup for him to go over, and that's really why I like this. Not to mention, they're also the number 1 team in the entire NBA against his position. So number 1 there, number 3 against his dominant assist zone, and number 6 in total assists allowed overall. Not to mention, he just played the Pistons not too long ago, 2 days ago, I think, and he went under this mark. He did go over way earlier on in the season, but these were 2 completely different teams at that time. So I'm looking at this a lot more reasonably here. I like that he went under recently, and the matchup is just terrible. So I'm taking this under 4.5 assists. Go get it while you can. I absolutely love it. Now we can get into our second pick, which is going to be over in the Warriors game. And we're going to be taking that guy, Steph Curry, to go over 5.5 assists. So on the season, he is going over this mark at a 56% rate, which is looking pretty good. Now, he's projected 34 minutes in this game. So let's go 31 to 37 minutes. And what you're going to see is his hit rate jumps up to 60%. Already looking a lot better. And not to mention, he's playing the Kings. And he has played the Kings this season already. Went over both times when it comes to assists. But the reason I like this so much is in this game, most likely Jonathan Kuminga is going to be returning. And when Jonathan Kuminga plays, look at what happens to Steph. He is going over this mark at an 80% rate, which is just absolutely absurd. He's going over it super consistently in this minute range already. But also with Kuminga in the lineup, he's going over even more, averaging 7.3 assists. And when you look at opponent assists allowed, and we bump this, or take the top 10 teams out of the equation, his hit rate jumps up to 87.5%. The only game where he didn't go over this mark was against the Suns. Every other game, he's went over, averaging 7.5 in these games. So I think this is pretty free in my opinion. Obviously, he could come out there and not get many assists, but with the way things look right here, it looks like he's going to hit this pretty easily, especially against the Kings and how he's done in the past against them, even without Kuminga. So I'm loving this, especially since these games are pretty recent. Go take this, 5.5 assists for Curry. And now, real quick, before I get into my last pick of the video, I do want to tell you, once again, to go sign up for this free plan. Go sign up for it. It's completely free. I'm going to give you some value here. I just want to help you guys out. That's all. So go sign up. I'm not going to charge you anything. You're going to get more free picks on top of these videos, and you'll get updates on picks from videos if anything changes. So go sign up for this. First link in the description, first link in the pinned comment. And now we can get into my last pick, which we can head over to the Nets game. And we're going to be taking a look at that guy, Zaire Williams, to go over this points line at 8.5. Now, to be honest with you, I won't be surprised if this line gets moved up to 9.5 because you're about to see why. Number one, he's playing the Bulls. And as you can see right here, the Bulls are an absolutely great matchup. Number one, they're around the middle of the pack when it comes to his dominant play type. So that's not the greatest matchup ever, but it's not bad either. But what I love the most is they are 30th in the entire NBA against his dominant scoring zone, which is exactly what you want to see. And they're 30th in the entire NBA in points allowed to his position. So that alone looks really good to me. And I'm going to add in some filters to make this look even better. So in this game, he is projected to play 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and look at games when he plays 27 to 33 minutes. And already this is absolutely insane. His hit rate in these games is 78.6%. He's gone over this line extremely consistently. The only games that he went under, he had 8, 8, and 7, so barely went under these marks. And in these games, he played pretty bad. These games were pretty mediocre, just didn't get a ton of shots up. In this game, he shot 1 for 8 from 3. That's not going to happen. So this looks really good. And then to go on top of that, let's add in that it's a bottom 15 team in his dominant scoring zone. And this hit rate goes up to 85%, even better. Bottom 20 team, 100% of the time. Averaging over 11 in these games. He's gone over 100% of the time when a team is bottom 10 in his dominant scoring zone, and he is playing in this minute range. So I really just don't see any reason why he doesn't go over this mark. He's been hitting it consistently all season long in this minute range. The matchup is really good against the Bulls. This is supposed to be a pretty high scoring game as well, considering the total game points is around 230. So with all things considered, I love this pick. I think everything is pointing towards the over. Go get this 8.5 while you can. Minus 120 is really good for it. I really do think it's going to cash. And with that being said, that's all I have for you. Let me know in the comments if you like Props Madness more than Outlier. I'll use either one, whichever one y'all like. Let me know. And until next time, let's all go print some money.